Always important when you're doing a long drive, make sure you get out, have a break, stretch the legs. We've done about 300 k's so far, still about 300 to go, but our destination, it'll be worth it. I've got to say though, that number plate game, just one more time. Yes, Jet, one more time. Not far at all. The thing I love about getting in the car is that you just get to physically see our amazing country. We've stopped along the way, we've smelled the roses, so to speak, and soon we'll be getting the fish. Good to stretch your legs, mate?
Sure is.
I told you I was going to bring you somewhere very special. Tackle World Port Lincoln.
Our first stop every time.
And the locals are happy to see us. You can't complain about that. Good work, team. Thanks, Jet. You're a champion.
I'm loving this camp spot.
Yeah, I'm going to say, that wasn't too much hard work, was it?
It was pretty easy, actually. I'm impressed.
We're just like a turtle, Jet. We've got the shell on our back, bring it home with us, and now we get to enjoy the spoils of our labour.
Yeah. Now, can we go kick the footy, Dad?
Sounds like a plan. You're in charge of doing nothing but relaxing,
I
Mum.
can do that. I can handle that. I've got you covered.
Go. Hit the water, and that means...
Fish.
Yep. Got him.
Yeah. Go
That's
bully.
a solid fish. Might be a nice bream, Christy.
Don't tell me that.
Oh, look at it heading upstream. Solid fish. Look at the way it's just pumping up. Oh no, I think we've got a salmon or a tailor, Christy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, look at that. It's a salmon.
Woohoo!
How's that, Jetty?
What you got there?
A nice salmon, mate. If you could grab my rod. What were you doing while I was flicking the plackie around?
I was just catching some crabs for bait.
Good work. Can't beat the bait that you get at the local spot, can you, mate?
No.
Now, this is one slippery sucker. Australian salmon. Were you aware of the fact that they actually swim into the estuary sometimes?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, there you go. Often in South Australia, these areas, you find these fish down up and down the beaches in massive schools. You can actually drive in the car, Jet, and see big black patches of these things, and they grow to over 5 kilos in this area. In fact, they grow a lot bigger, but a 5 kilo one is an absolute beast. Awesome start, literally a few casts. We've hardly had time to drown a bait yet. That's why I love this part of the world. I'm sure there's plenty of people at the caravan park who'd love to have a slab of fresh Australian salmon, but this lucky boy is going back. Off you go, dude. They're cool fish. That did hard, Christy.
I was trying to put it in my stick holder and it nearly jumped.
Had you just cast that in?
Yeah. I was setting up my holder and it flew out of my hand.
What bait was that on?
A little bit of prawn and a little bit of pillytail, a bit of a cocktail.
Nice.
Nice fish, Mum. I already know what it is.
Oh, it's a big salmon. As I was saying, this place is renowned for big salmon off the beach, not at the creek.
Nice, Mum.
Thanks, mate. That was fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. These fish are so good for people who are touring around Australia, visiting new destinations like the Eyre Peninsula, because they're readily available. They just fight so hard.
I've actually done the drag up twice now.
Oh, let's not do it up anymore. There's the only way we'll lose this fish is if the hook pulls, and we don't want that to happen. Just take your time, It's all about slow and steady. And it's amazing. We literally found this place. We got a few tips from the team at Tackle World Port Lincoln. I even spoke to a few people at the Port Lincoln Hotel last night. Where do you think we should go? What sort of areas? And then we looked at a thing called Google Maps. We literally found some water, went for a drive, and this is what we discovered. And you know what? I think, Christy, we picked a pretty good spot.
I'm happy with the choice right at this stage.
That's a big fish. Oh, he just threw up a heap of our burley.
Oh, he did too.
We've been cutting pilchards up and throwing them in the water, and he just threw up about 6 bits of pilly. It's a big fish on light line. There we go, that's your chance. That's your chance.
Beach the sucker. Yeah!
Oh, no. Yes! No! Yes! Yes!
Nothing but net?
Nothing but net and a bit of bush, a bit of salt bush. Christy.
That was great fun.
How good was that for a fight?
That was really good fun. Really, really good fun. Man, he took that.
So good when you actually just trying to put your rod on the stick holder. And the amazing thing too, this fish throwing up burley, it means the burley's already working. Before we even cast a line, burley went in the water. Christy, that is a very good reward. But it's a little bit of thinking, eh?
Ah, that was awesome.
I reckon we put it back and catch another one.
Yeah, I'm ready. That's really good fun.
Well played.
That was a pretty epic catch. I'm going to put this guy back and try and get another one. Yeah, mate. Oh, how do I go at that? Next.
Go. Hook. Yes. Now, Jetty, can you explain what's on that rod?
I think there's crabs on there.
No. Jetty, this is the one you put on. Go under me. This is the one you put on a prawn on a jig head.
Oh!
And the great thing about taking kids fishing, they often push the boundaries. Now, Jet said, can we just put a prawn on a jig head, Dad? And the first thing I thought, Jet, was, nah, don't be silly. But when you take your kids fishing, you never say that. You go, you know what? Is it going to hurt? And Jet put a prawn on a jig head. Bang, you got a nice fish on, mate. Now, this fish is fighting a bit different to the others.
I think it might be a bream.
Let's hope it's a bream. It was a funny take. It took a bit.
Oh.
Oh, what's it doing?
Could be a salmon.
It's a beautiful salmon, mate. Walking out on this nice sand here. Well done. Prawn on the jig head. Unbelievable. Okay, mate. Let's see if you can
Here he
get
is.
it towards me. Oops, nearly. He has swallowed Jet. He has swallowed your jig head and he has swallowed your prawn. Now, look at that. He's absolutely swallowed it. Look where it is. That is amazing. So what were you hoping to catch on your jig head prawn combo?
I was hoping to catch a bream, but anything will do.
The salmon's pretty good second place. Well done, mate.
How much fun was that? Time to get another one.
I saw the line, I'm doing a bit of burling. I saw it just disappearing, Christy.
I'm loving these the stick rod holders.
Well, they're environmentally friendly, Christy, that's the
They
thing.
are, but they're going to be costly soon, I think, if we don't keep an eye on them.
Well, the burley's working, that's the important thing.
I don't know what this one is.
Fighting a bit different,
Nice
is it?
fish.
Fighting a little bit different.
What we want is for the fish not to come to the surface because then we've got a different species.
Yeah,
He's doing much the same as the other salmon, he's going upstream.
he sure is.
But let's just see.
Oh, lots and lots
Oh, what was that? It was interesting. Head
of
shakes.
lots of head shakes.
Yeah, it's a salmon.
I've never been a massive fan of salmon. Saying that, I know plenty of people that love it. A lot of people do fish cakes with them.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
if you put enough herbs and spice in there, they taste pretty good.
I think the key, which is with most fish, is bleeding a salmon, you know, really well and really quickly.
And eating it fresh.
Yeah, definitely. Fresh is best. I've only got 10-pound fluorocarbon on, so that's why this little guy's giving me a run for my money. But I actually think that's part of the fun.
It is. So because of the leader and the fact that we've got a paternoster tied in that leader, which makes it a little bit lighter again, you really have to angle the fish, don't you? You
Yeah.
can't just wind in. You know what I love about fishing?
What do you love about fishing?
Many things, but you're hooked up to a fish having the time of your life,
Yes.
and Jet's having the time of his life breaking pilchards in half and throwing them in the water. And even from when he was like 6 months old, he's always amused himself fishing, even when we're not catching
He
fish.
has, and there's not one bit of technology around here, or unless you
Well, unless you count
count
the
the fishing
$100,000 camera on Spurlow's shoulder, that's a little bit.
I don't think he's going to let Jet play with it.
No, computer says no. Let's walk backwards, Christy.
Incoming!
We've dirtied the water up here, but that's all right. Oh, there's our Beautiful Aussie salmon. Now, Christy, how's the size of that fish and how hard did it fight?
Pound for pound and how hard it fought is pretty impressive. Like, that was as much fun as you'd hope to have.
Absolutely.
And as you said, you actually angle the fish, like it's really good fun.
And we are very, very fortunate because we get to fish in some amazing locations and we catch massive fish. But I'm pretty happy with this. And how excited would you be if you literally strolled into town, set the Jayco up, walked down this river and caught a fish that big?
About as excited as I am right now, and it was pretty exciting.
That's pretty exciting. The biggest trouble I'm having at the moment is getting more lines in the water.
I know.
We're going to put this fish back. Let's get all the lines in. Let's see what else we can catch. Go, Jet.
Right there.
Well done, mate. On the plucky.
I was trying a new technique.
What were you trying, mate?
I was sort of moving it when I was grinding, twitching it. And it was right there.
And in nice and close. How good that?
Hit it quite strongly.
And what made you think to cast a plastic around?
Not sure, I just saw there was a bit of action going on.
Good work. And this is a great little outfit, probably a little bit better than most kids get to play with. Little Zodius 6'8" light. The reel, 1000 NASCAR with a Garner gearing and just 5 pound fins, 40G braid. And how nice that little rod and reel, mate.
Very.
It's cool, isn't it?
We got another salmon here.
We have too. Just goes to show you don't need a big reel and heavy line to catch big fish. Do you prefer bait fishing or plastics?
Depends what I'm doing, depends what you're fishing for.
Yep. They're so different, aren't they? That's a nice fish, mate. I really like lure fishing, but when I'm on holidays just chilling out, I do love bait fishing with you guys because it's just so easy. Throw a few rods out, sit back and relax.
Yep. Now, would you mind grabbing him for me?
Certainly, mate.
Thank you.
Now, what have you got him on? A little squidgy flick bait by the look of it. There you go, a little salmon. And sticking out of its gob there, that is the tail of an evil minnow flick bait. Flick baits are so good on all these pelagic species, salmon, tuna, even kings, because they basically go in a straight line. And if you wind them quick, all these fish just can't help themselves. And you can see by the coloration there, it looks just like a little bait fish, white bait pilly, and all these fish just absolutely love them. Well done, buddy.
Thanks.
Good work.
Salmon on a plastic? That's what I call good.
At sea, we finally arrived at the Neptune Island Marine Park. Jet, there is a chance you are going to see a great white shark. If that happens, what is going to be running through that little head of yours?
A lot.
A lot. Are you a little bit excited?
Very.
You didn't even sleep last night. Now, Christy, we've been out here, we've done it before, but the excitement, the anticipation, it's just mind-blowing.
It doesn't change. To see an apex predator out here in nature is just epic, and I'm just as excited as the first time we did it.
I'm excited. I'm a little bit scared though, because those waters, they're cold.
Yeah, that's the only thing. We build them tough. We're Aussies.
You would not believe how many silver trevally and massive kingfish are down there eating our burley. Woohoo!
Jet is like a little kid in a lolly shop frothing over all those fish. Now this morning it came out through the Thorny Passage Marine Park and now we're at the Neptune Islands Marine Park. So, as much as he wants to grab those fish, as much as he wants to catch them, not for you today, Jetty. It's going to hurt. You can look, but you cannot touch. come up and how impressive. Little guy popped up to start with, then an hour and a half later, the big girl. Look at this thing, dorsal fin sticking 2 foot out of the water. She's done about 8 laps of the boat. We've got 6 divers down there and they're getting the time of their life. How beautiful is this?
About a 4-metre great white, and I think like any big predator, like a tiger or a lion, you know when you see a great white in person.
And what was it like when he was physically feet from you?
It was unbelievable. He circled the boat a couple of times, and then he's come back and he's done a loop just in front of the cage, and then he dived straight at the cage and turned away just in the last minute. Everyone jumped backwards. It was amazing.
We came from Connecticut, and so it's 4 flights, and it was pretty awesome. Worth traveling across half the world.
Did you see the bling, the big white teeth?
Yeah, he saw the big white teeth and the big dark eyes as well.
Scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that stuff?
11, 12.
The crew are busy packing up. Pleasant change of pace today. Christy, we've seen it before, but wow.
I would never get sick of seeing that. Something that's normally deemed as being really scary just looks so majestical in the water and just blows my mind at how cool they are, and a newfound respect for them.
Jetty, what were you thinking when you saw your very first great white shark?
It was crazy. I was so amazed.
Pretty cool, hey, they just swim on past, big pectoral fins. Make sure you come to Port Lincoln, of course. Calypso Star Charters, I promise you'll be blown away. Port Lincoln was discovered on the 25th of February 1802 by famous English explorer Matthew Flinders, but it wasn't actually settled until 1839. It was a popular base for both whalers and sealers, but that was abandoned in 1841. It would have been the capital of South Australia had it not been for the fact they just couldn't find enough groundwater to support the population. Well, with Shane Hodgins from Tackle World Port Lincoln, my first question, how long has there been a Tackle World store in Port Lincoln?
We've been here since November 2015, Paul.
Sensational, going well?
Excellent. So it's a big fishing town here in Port Lincoln, plenty of fish here to catch.
Absolutely, it's just amazing. Now, today we're heading to the beaches. Tell me a little bit about what I might expect.
Big salmon today, and some pretty good full driving through some sand hills and along some cliff tops and some really good scenery as well.
Sensational. Well, I love full driving, I love fishing. It's going to be a cracker. Let's do it, mate. What's this beach area known as, mate?
Lone Pine. We've got Lone Pine here.
Yep, and any particular reason we're pulling up here? Because this is not the fishing spot?
Well, we've got a couple of visitors here.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, they're southern right whales.
How beautiful are they? There's 2 there. One is substantially bigger than the other.
Yeah, we've got a mum and a little calf there.
Awesome. A few dolphins kicking around too. So why would whales that big be in such shallow water?
Well, they come up here with little calves, and they'll hang around here for winter time, and once it warms up, they'll head back down south.
So as we come off the bitumen, did you press the button saying, cue the whales, or is this a regular occurrence?
No, this particular year's been quite good, so there's been a lot around here this year, and yeah, there's plenty here, but they, quite often they'll be up here in winter time.
Sensational. Let's hope the salmon are as big as the whales. We're about to hit the serious fall driving part of the day, so it's important to let some air out of your tyres, get them about 22 PSI, gives you a bigger footprint and makes fall driving a lot easier. I've got the Ironman Speedy Deflator. I'm going to go around, get them all down, and then we're going to hit the frog and toad. township of Port Lincoln, overlooking the foreshore, is a sculpture of the mighty racehorse Maccabi Diva, owned by locals Tony and Christine Sandick. This horse is just unbelievable. It won the 2003, 2004 and 2005 Melbourne Cups, just one of only 5 horses to have won the Cup more than once. The Cox Plate, the Australian Cup, the Sydney Cup, she's done it all, and just under $15 million in prize money. I wish I had bought that horse many moons ago. Just got to make sure you always keep the car heading straight down the hills. I know it sounds silly, but if you get side on, that ain't pretty. Some of these tracks are really tight, so when you do come near a corner or you're about to come over a hill, it doesn't hurt just to give the horn a honk, just to let anyone know if they come the other way that you're coming this way. The thing I love about this trip, I reckon 3/4 of the fun's just getting there. This is so much fun. I reckon I can just get there, have 2 cars and drive home again. Let's do it. We've travelled so far. Still more walking. That's a big patch of salmon, mate.
Yeah.
Is that fishing close here?
Yeah, I reckon we've got some little breakaway patches of salmon just to the close.
Oh, they're moving now. I reckon we're going to catch them.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it, mate. Oh yeah, there's fish there. Woohoo! Talk about do the miles, get the smiles. One thing I need to do, mate, get rid of them. They're causing me grief. Sorry.
Could be a little patch here, but I reckon up there definitely.
Well, let's not walk past fish to find fish. Let's see if they're there, mate.
We'll try it first.
Big fish, oh, he spat it. Got him. There's a whole school behind my lure there, mate. I can actually see him coming in, chasing it. About 4 fish, he ate it. He hasn't done a lot. Oh, he's a nice fish. He came in and ate it, and his mates were with him. He dropped it, then one of his mates picked it up. And I didn't actually see any fish when I cast. I literally just got them blind fishing. Walked about 100 metres from where we first started. You ever hit, mate?
Yeah.
That's, you know, you got a good salmon on. Line coming off the reel. I can't tell you how much I love these things. He's just something in the wash here. Big tail. And I'm fishing relatively light.
Yep.
So I just got to wait for the wave to wash this fish up. Oh, there's fish in there, you got him?
That's mine.
Well done, mate. Look at the size of this thing. I'll wait for the wave. Look at that for a big
they're all
salmon.
following him.
That is a horse. You still on, mate?
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Look at that. For a South Australian Port Lincoln salmon. We've literally done about 10 casts and the big school is out the back. Haven't even got near them yet. What a way to start. Yeah, baby. And Shane's got one too. Shane, now I know why I come all the way to Port Lincoln. How good's that?
Didn't take long, did it?
And you spent 2 years of your life doing nothing but this, didn't you?
Pretty much every winter, every weekend, down here, fishing away.
I can understand why. And the best thing, you don't need a boat. Port Lincoln, unbelievable. These are some very, very big Australian salmon. Well done, mate. They're going home. We need some water first, though. Got to wait for the wave to put these big puppies back. Here we go. They are big salmon. Only one thing to do, catch a few more.